guys, morning. It's just coming at 10 o'clock. I'm in Mere, which is a small town just in the southwestern corner of Wiltshire on the Dorset and Somerset border. I'm just about to start a walk that's going to take me across some of the higher downs over to sort of Kilmington way and then through Stourhead and back into Mere. I think it's roughly about 13 miles, something like that. So hopefully it's going to be a good day. Just crossing the busy 303. Half-term weekend, so no doubt this road will be rammed later on today. But it's not looking too bad at the moment. In fact, it's quietest I've seen it for quite a while. But yeah, Friday afternoon later on it will be absolutely rammed out here. But hopefully we'll be leaving that horrible noise behind us very shortly. And that's where we're going to be going up in a minute. Up what's called White Sheet Hill, where there's an old Neolithic fort up there. So just leaving the road now and joining I think this is a trail. Yeah, this is the Mid-Wilts Way. But we're just gonna go on this for a short time and then make our own route, shall we say, using byways and pathways. Good morning. Someone's got a shit job. Nearly at the top. Bugger. That was one of those false summits. There's still a fair old way to go. That over there is the old hill fort, White Sheet Hill. So we've still got a fair way to go yet. Here we've got the cows coming over to see me. These ones look fairly young. The young ones can be a little bit skittish. It just depends. Normally you've got to worry with cows is when they've got some young calves with them. Obviously the mothers will be very protective. Or occasionally you get a herd that's gone into a bit of hysteria. You'll normally be able to tell that because they're all dancing around and acting quite odd. You want to avoid them like the plague because they can do daft things. But most cows are far more scared of you than you are of them. Sometimes they might come running over because they think you're going to feed them or just to say hello. But generally speaking, the only issue is if you do have a dog, sometimes they obviously don't like dogs because they identify dogs as being predatory, so they might come and try and defend themselves and gang up on you. So yeah, I'll always be wary if you've got a dog with you walking through a field of cows. But generally speaking, if you're on your own, and they're not too skittish, or they haven't got very young with them, then you should be fine. Right, so I'm at the top of White Sheet Hill. It's all a little bit disappointing actually, because this is gates padlocked and there's barbed wire fences everywhere. That is supposed to be open access land, but how you know if you get to it, I don't know. As you can see, there's a trig point on top of the castle, just over there. But I've got no means of getting to it. I don't want to get into bother with anybody by climbing barbed wire fences. So, there's the views across the top. You can't quite see, but down there is Stourhead. It's just hidden behind some trees now. We'll be walking over there for. In the far distance, once again my camera's not good enough, but is Alfred's Tower, and that's right on the Somerset border. And going around in the distance there is I think it's Knoll or something like that, which is what I'm going to be walking up. And there's its little sister or brother, Little Knoll. And we're going to be walking down along the downland in between over there. Right, well it's just gone 11, so we're an hour into the walk. High up on the downs at the moment. Farmers around here are obviously not dead keen on ramblers, because I've just come across a path that I was hoping to follow, that the gate was padlocked, and it was, you know, a proper pedestrian gate. So I'm not quite sure what's gone on there, whether they've managed to my map's out of date and they've managed to have the footpath closed, or whether they've just been obstructive. I don't know, because I'm walking alongside a field of cover crop, which is obviously where they raise pheasants. So whether it's all to do with some big shooting estate or not, I don't know. But anyway, it's a bit of a detour, but it's not a massive problem. But so, just on the end of the runway. There's nobody playing today. I don't know if you'll hear me because it's a bit windy up here, but glorious views over to where we're going. And we're following this track down a steep descent now, so I might have to get the poles out in the middle in a minute. Well, it's now just 12 o'clock, so we're 2 hours into the walk. Found a nice sheltered sunny little spot, so I've just sat down for 5 minutes to have the obligatory cup of coffee. Got quite a nice little view from up here. And in a minute we've got to walk up that hill up there. Long Knoll. the cattle have been wandering through here, and after all the rain we've had, this, I don't know how well it shows up on the film, but it's relatively steep and is a big gloochy quagmire mess. Well, I've come off that, found a rickety looking little stile, but then we've got a jungle of some description to try and get through, and then cross what looks to be quite a busy little B road. I better stop for this. Just from my brother Peter, here comes a tractor. Right, coming up to this gate, which seems to be padlocked. They really don't want you to walk around here, do they? Oh, there's a rickety old stile to try and get over. Hopefully full of brambles, so I don't suppose too many people come up here. But I just wanted to film this because I don't think this camera will do it justice as to quite how steep this little bit of hill is. Definitely pole time. Few more cows to negotiate. They all seem fairly docile. Hello. Hello. Don't want to spook them, but generally speaking, if you gently, quietly walk through them, they won't be a problem whatsoever. These ones once again look fairly young. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, calm. Stay calm. It's okay. See, they're not really interested in me. I mean, they'll pay attention and look at me, but once they realise I haven't got any food, then they soon lose interest. So we're walking along the crest of Long Knoll, or Long Knoll, sorry, not Knoll. And you get some pretty terrific views. I'm looking sort of northwestish now, and in the distance over there is Froome, down in a sort of dip. Looking out over Somerset, and then when I get further towards the end of Long Knoll, there should be some even better views. So it's incredibly windy up here, so I don't know if you'll hear this, but we're just coming up to the summit of Long Knoll with its trig point. This is 288 metres up here, which is one of the highest points in Wiltshire. So looking over, a nice 360-degree view again now. That's sort of north. There's Froome lit up in a little bit of sunshine. Looking over sort of in the general direction of Shepton Mallet, I think you can see in the very far distance, whether it will pick it out, is the mighty Mendip transmitter in the distance. And then all the way around it, I'm guessing, I might be wrong, that they might be the Blackdown Hills in the far distance, or yeah, I've no idea. Blackdown Hills, maybe Quantocks, I don't know. Then you got Alfred's Tower, and then looking over down into what would be the Stourhead estate. I think Kilmington sort of in the foreground. Yeah, towards Stourhead, and then back round over there is me, where I started off this morning, and that hilltop is White Sheet Hill, where that was the first hill I climbed, and then we walked along that top of that downland and came down that hill, and then we just come up here. Yeah, so far it's been it's been quite a challenging walk at times. Kept losing the footpath because I'm not following a proper waymarked path as such. A lot of the footpaths that were shown on the map either don't exist or are totally overgrown, or the farmers block their access or whatever. So I've had to make 1 or 2 detours getting here. I'm just going to drop down off this summit now, in the shelter out of the wind, and have a bite to eat, I think. Right, I don't know if this will work, but I'm trying to show you how steep this hill is to go up and down. So that should be on the level. That's it going up, coming back down, and then we've got, and it literally just drops away. So I say I have no idea how well that'll come out, but this is incredibly steep. So there's where I've just come from, at the top up there. I don't know, evidence here of all the rain we've had the last few days. This field is quite squelchy, all the water in there. So I was planning to try and circumnavigate Kilmington by using some footpaths across fields, but I think I might cancel that idea and just go on the road, because I've seen from up on high up there some of the fields are actually quite badly waterlogged. Yeah, it's nice new wood somebody's planted. It's not shown on the map, so it can't have been here too long. I'm hoping the path goes through here. Well, it's definitely going to go through here, but hopefully there is an exit to this. We're now back into civilization. I'm going to follow this road now through Kilmington towards the Stourhead estate, and then we'll divert up into the Stourhead woods. They don't like it up and round here. Don't know if you can read that sign, but it's the Stourton and Kilmington Home Guard Club. Come off the main road now. This is well, it's a footpath, but it's also a private farm track. Heading up into the woods shortly. old gatehouse by the looks of it. Looks like we've got a steep little drop now. Not seen anybody all day. You can tell we're now in this Stourhead estate because there's walkers everywhere. And looking down onto a couple of little lakes. So this little valley's apparently called Six Wells Bottom. You've got these ponds or whatever in here, and open land. I'd imagine in another week or two's time it would be spectacular through here. The trees are just starting to change colour, but yeah, another week or two and it would probably be great. I'm going to now climb up into these woods, so it should be fun. So we are climbing up through the woods, quite steep. Got to the top and they've placed a very convenient little bench. Here we are walking through the woods. It's a bit boggy underfoot, obviously because of all the rain, and I suspect the number of people that walk along these paths. But at least we're out of the wind in here. That wind's really picked up this afternoon. I was going to pop in and have a pint, but it's absolutely heaving in there, and they only seem to want to serve meals, so I'm not going to bother. As you can see, pretty but busy around here. Can't wait to get off this road. Thank goodness for that. They're on a quiet, I think it's actually on a state road. Got away from all that traffic. Oh, well, it's now 3 o'clock, so I've been going 5 hours. I'm on the last legs. No, I'm not on my last legs, but I'm on the last leg of this walk, shall we say. So I'm glad to get away from all the crowds at Stourhead. I must come back some other time and actually have a look around the place, but I wasn't going to bother going in just because there were so many people there. So yeah, I've got the last little leg to do. It's not far. It's down this track here, and then we're going to take a right, and then over in the distance, well, in the foreground you've got Zeals Hill. Well, we're not going up that one, but in the sort of distance, semi-distance, I don't know if you can pick it out with this camera, is Castle Hill, and we're going up that and then drop straight down into Mere. So probably another 40 minutes, maybe an hour's walking left. It might be quicker if I'm get a move on. So here we are, going over the A303 again. I guess it sounds a bit busier than what it did first thing this morning. It's not too bad. I suppose it's still fairly early yet for all the holiday traffic to start making its way. But anyway, I think I'll avoid it on my way home. So here we are, just about to start the last climb of the day up Castle Hill. Well, we've had cows, we've had a few sheep, and now we've got a herd of goats. Hello, goats. How are you? Hey, as long as you don't try and come and eat my camera. I know what you goats are like, you eat anything. Hey? It's not really edible, I'm afraid, that. I said that was the final ascent of the day. It was actually a bit of a false summit because we're dropping down slightly, and then the other side of those trees we got the final climb. So this one is the final ascent. I don't have to go up here, but seems a shame not to go up there and look at the views from the top. But no doubt I'll be puffing like a billy goat by the time I get to the top. So there's the Trig Point summit. Anyway, as I said, I didn't have to come up here, but it was definitely worth it for the views. That's looking back the way we came towards Stourhead. Just Alfred's Tower on the horizon. We didn't quite obviously go that far, but and then the hill in the far distance was the long Knoll, and this one in the foreground is White Sheet Hill. And then as we pan round, looking down over the town of Mere. There's the church, and then that hill in the distance is well, behind that is Shaftesbury, and then further around in the foreground, the other side, is Gillingham, and all the way around, looking, well, you can't see it, but in the general direction of sort of Yeovil way. Right, it's 4:15, I'm back at the car. Thoroughly enjoyable walk. The weather's stayed fine, in fact the sun's come right out again. So no, I can't believe how lucky I've been today. Feet are a bit tired, but apart from that, pretty good. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then please subscribe to my channel.